Breaking news for crypto today. The SEC permanently suspends investigation into Ethereum. This is the SEC's letter declaring the war on Ethereum is over. Let me share this with you. All this is happening as Bitcoin ranges in its sideways summer, and we understand why.
Calling it sideways summer. We had the winter of our despair. We had some thawing and an incredible 2 quarters with record inflows into ETFs as of today, 16 billion in net inflows, really blockbuster performance across the 9 US Bitcoin ETFs. And I think what we're seeing now is exactly what we saw in March. We had a hawkish FOMC last week. CPI still coming in hot. Expectations of rate cuts were being priced in. Volatility also really low. Trading volumes, we traded 22 billion last week. This week, we're looking at around 11 billion in trading volume. So volatility is down. Trading volumes are down. I think there's a lot of uncertainty. And again, the question we always look at CoinShares is where are these flows coming from?
Well, daily flows for the US Bitcoin ETFs have been negative for the last 4 consecutive days, although US markets are closed today for a national holiday. So this fourth one is understandable. There's actually been about $152 million in net outflows over these last 4 days. Fidelity saw the largest outflows among the 11 ETFs, with Grayscale GBTC coming in second. But again, when volatility is low like this, and as we range in sideways summer, this news, which affects the entire crypto market, is massive. Just in, the SEC suspends investigation into Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum is a commodity. We won, and what does the exact letter say? This is from Division of Enforcement at the US SEC. Dear Mr. Schwartz, which is one of the attorneys representing Consensus, i.e. represents Ethereum, regarding the matter of Ethereum 2.0. Dear Mr. Schwartz, we are in receipt of your letter, dated June 7th, 2024. We write to provide notice that we have concluded the investigation in the above referenced matter, while we do not, with this notice or otherwise agree with the factual statements or legal conclusions set forth in the June 4th letter. Based on the information we have at this date, we do not intend to recommend an enforcement action by the Commission against your client Consensus Software with respect to this investigation. So the SEC has dropped the case against Ethereum. It's probably because it's an election year. While Joe Biden did appoint Gery Gensler as head of the SEC, since Trump continues to be so pro-crypto, he's still campaigning to get the crypto vote.
To further secure America's future and create opportunity for young people, I will end Joe Biden's war on crypto. We will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in America. Otherwise, other countries are going to have it.
Biden probably tapped Gery Gensler on the shoulder, whispered in his ear to ease up. A debate between these two gentlemen are coming. And even though this is more indirect, Biden probably will take credit for some of these wins. Either way, something like this insanely bullish for Ethereum as a whole, although the letter does end in a little bit of ambiguity. We are providing this notice under the guidelines set out in the final paragraph of Securities Act Release Number 5310, which states in part that the notice must in no way be construed as indicating that the party has been exonerated or that no action may ultimately result from the staff's investigation. Meaning in the future, some action may result from the staff's investigation. So it's a little confusing, a little ambiguous. Again, this investigation here today against Ethereum is done, so it's bullish. Is that enough to claim Ethereum is a commodity? Well, that's sort of what the investigation was about. That's now ended. Today, we are happy to announce a major win for Ethereum developers, technology providers, and industry participants. The Enforcement Division of the SEC has notified us that it is closing its investigation into Ethereum 2.0. This means that the SEC will not bring charges alleging that sales Ethereum are securities transactions. Meaning this is a huge win-win. What could that last ambiguous part mean? Well, number one, legally, maybe they don't want to speak in absolutes, leaving the door a little bit open. But two, and this is my theory, Ethereum 2.0 is cleared, but maybe staking.
What does stake have to do with our securities laws? That's S-T-A-K-E, not S-T-E-A-K.
Did you know that Kraken got sued over this a year ago?
Kraken is going to be forced now to end its crypto staking program in the U.S. and pay a $30 million fine to settle charges from the SEC. The agency said Kraken had failed to register the program whereby investors earn a yield in return for locking up their tokens and allowing them to be used to facilitate transactions on the blockchain. It's the SEC's first crackdown on staking.
But on the other hand, Ethereum 2.0, when they made the switch to proof of work, to proof of stake, that is staking, that is the Ethereum 2.0. Finally, Ethereum 2.0 has been cleared from the investigation. I believe this letter is now a clear distinction between centralized staking platforms and decentralized staking platforms. By the way, breaking news today involving Kraken. Kraken says it's being extorted following bug bounty report. So this bug resulted in at least 3 million worth of stolen funds, but no user funds were endangered, according to Kraken. The exchange is actually being extorted for it. An anonymous self-proclaimed security researcher found a critical security bug and alerted the cryptocurrency exchange on June 9th. However, 2 accounts related to the security researcher have exploited the bug to withdraw over 3 million worth of digital assets. And after they stole the money, the security researcher is now demanding a reward for the stolen funds. In a direct quote from one of the leadership at Kraken, he says, "This is not white hat hacking, it is extortion." Now, good news, this was only $3 million, which is nothing for an exchange, relatively speaking. Also, the cryptocurrency was stolen directly from Kraken's treasury, meaning the exchange claims no user funds were endangered. As always, a lot to cover. 911 Crypto Emergency will keep you updated. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.